What's up, YouTube? Timmons here. Well, here's my review for the Alto Knights. Now, I was excited for this thing. It was actually in my anticipated films of each time it was going to get released because, well, it was supposed to be released, like, I think last year, then it was released the following year, and then it got delayed to this year. Despite the delay, I was still excited for this. It's from the same, like the tagline says, from the hitmans who gave us Goodfellas, Casino, Bugsy. It's directed by Barry Levinson, who his son is more popular now thanks to like the show Euphoria. But Barry Levinson, I mean, let me post some of this guy's credits. He is the guy who gave us Rain Man, Diner, The Natural, Good Morning Vietnam, Wag the Dog, uh, The Humbling, Sleepers, Bugsy. This guy gave us some great stuff over the years. And this is from the same writer who gave us, like, Goodfellas, Nicholas Pigelli, produced by Irwin Winkler, who produced stuff like Rocky. You got, obviously, Robert De Niro coming back to the gangster roots. I had some high hopes for this one. Oh, boy, it's one of the... I mentioned this on my social media. This is the worst gangster movie I have ever seen since that John Travolta movie, Gotti. Who remembers Gotti? Hardly no one probably did, because it was a huge flop at the time. Alto Knights is awful. Here's what it was about. A power struggle between Vito Genovese and Frank Costello, the top bosses of the Mafia, and I'm a sucker for the gangster genre. That's why I saw Gotti, because I'm a sucker for the genre, but spills into open conflict when Vito orders a hit on Frank, barely surviving. Frank, maneuvers to protect himself and his family from Vito, while also spending to retire from the Mafia. And there was loads of like nothing was really going on. This is one of the most boring gangster movies I have ever seen. Even Goodfellas had some, Goodfellas, by the way, is my personal favorite gangster movie. Sorry, Godfather. Godfather is great. I love Godfather. Goodfellas is the best one, in my opinion, but that's just me. Even The Godfather is one of the best. And how the writing is all on the wall with this. It's just completely boring. Nothing. There's like some shootouts and all, but nothing really fully happens here. It's just so. It's so like pointless at times. You also had other people in this, like you had Deborah Messing, who I like Deborah Messing from Will and Grace fame, whatever. She of course plays Frank's wife here. Terrible performance. It's a shame too because Deborah Messing, obviously I think she won an Emmy for Will and Grace if I'm not mistaken. She was real. For one, I really couldn't buy her as this role. I really could not buy her relationship with Robert De Niro. I really couldn't buy that at all. She was really miscast as the role. I didn't really think Robert De Niro needed to play two characters. I feel like one of the characters could easily have been written for maybe Joe Pesci or Al Pacino. Again, if Al Pacino starred in this, it'll just be Righteous Kill 2, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And of course, you had Catherine Narducci, who's been on The Sopranos, playing Vito's wife. Cosmo Jarvis from Shogun fame is also in this. Michael Rispoli, who was also on The Sopranos. You got a couple of actors from The Sopranos in this. That there could have been cool too, because Sopranos is one of the best mob shows of all time. By the way, last night's episode of Family Guy had a really fun, like, Sopranos Arthur Caillou connection. This one of the funniest things Family Guy's done lately. But anyway, yeah, this thing just wasn't so good. It was so boring. Nothing really fully happens. Majority of this stuff is just like interviews, narration. Really felt like a poor man's Goodfellas, because Goodfellas had lots of narration here, and the narration that does it better. Um, but yeah, this thing just didn't do it for me. I love Robert De Niro. You guys know he's my favorite actor of all time. I always love this guy. I love Bobby D. Whether you're talking about Goodfellas, Godfather 2, Taxi Driver, who doesn't love Bobby D, right? But even he wasn't enough to say this. I mean, he did okay in his parts, whatever. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't so good, and this could easily have been this could easily have been an Oscar contender, but it might actually be a Razzie contender. And by the way, the box office, the box office for this is abysmal. Let me pull up how much this thing made. Let me see. Alto Knight's box office. It was a complete bomb, by the way. Let me see. Alto Knight's box office. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, it was pretty much a bomb. I can't really find the actual numbers, but yeah, just look up. It's a didn't do so well, and I kind of saw that coming. Gangster movies, I just don't really think really appeals to people anymore nowadays. I feel like this is a movie that could have been great if it was like maybe if Martin Scorsese directed this, it would have been better. But yeah, it's awful. It's a terrible one, and it's a shame too because I love gangster movies. I love De Niro. I like the talents involved. By the end of the year, this will probably be in my top 10 like disappointing films of the year because I was excited for this thing, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, let me let you guys. Did you have a chance to check out Alto Knights? Terrible time, by the way. It sort of sounded like a mafia, not mafia. A medieval movie. Sounds more like a medieval film than a gangster film. Should have called this thing Wise Guys. Maybe you will have more people see it. But anyway, did you have a chance to check out Alto Knights? If so, what's up? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Uh, Bonus question. What are some of your favorite Robert De Niro films? Some of your favorite performances of his? And another question: what are some of your favorite gangster movies of all time? Whether it's like Godfather, Casino, Goodfellas, etc. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timmy signing out.